Hello everyone. Today I'm going to help you through Packet Tracer Lab 16.3.1 from the Cisco Switching, Routing, Wireless Essentials course. This lab is called Troubleshoot Static and Default Routes. So what we're going to be doing is looking at the default routes set up here on each of these three routers here on the topology. I'm going to suggest that you keep the score up here by clicking on the top square, and that way you can see it real small up here in the corner of your screen. We're going to look at some other things, and it would be nice to have some room to open up some other screens and keep them there. So as you will look, the objectives is to troubleshoot some static and default routes in both IPv4 and IPv6. And we're supposed to locate and document the problems. Now, this is a really good exercise for what would happen in the real world. So let's look at our topology. We've got router 1 over here. It leads over to LAN 1, which has an IPv6 address and an IPv4 address. Here is a LAN that's connecting these two routers together. It's right here. Here's another LAN connecting router 2 and router 3. That information is here. We've got local area network 2 up here and LAN 3 down here, just so we basically know what things look like. So what I'm going to do is systematically start looking at each of these routers to see if I can catch any errors, because apparently it says in the background that a newly hired technician is attempting to pre-configure a simple topology that will be delivered to a customer, but they haven't been able to establish connectivity between the three local area networks. So we're going to search out any problems that might be going on. So we're going to click on router 1 first, and I'm going to move this over here so I can still see my topology, and I'm going to click on the top because I want to be able to click some things here in the topology eventually. And now I'm going to just hit enter and type enable, and I am in privileged exec mode. From here, I want to check out my IP routes. So the command is show IP route. Now let me just tell you right now, for this entire lab, to do the searching for errors, all I'm using is show IP route or show IPv6 route. The fixes will be different commands, of course, but I'm going to search using this. You might find some other way to search, but I found this to be pretty convenient. So when I do this, I see that I've got a variably subnetted network here, but what I want to focus on is this line right here, because S stands for static configuration of these routes. So I see here that for this S with an asterisk by it, I've got this default route, and it's going to go to my next hop, or it should. So let's make sure that's configured correctly. So what I want to do is I want to then look at what my next hop would be. So let's go back to the topology, and I'm going to click on this white spot, this blank area in the topology. If I want the next hop for router 1, what is it going to be? Well, it's going to be this interface on router 2. I'm hovering over it, and it says it's serial 000. If I hover over the router itself, I can look at the setting for serial 000 and make sure that it's right. I see that the IP address, it's the third port down in this list, in this table. The link is up, and the IP address is 172.1.193. That is what is configured on the router. Now, what does my table, or what does my IP route, show IP route show? Well, it's got a 195 on the end. Remember, let's look at it again. The actual one on the topology ends in .193. So the network administrator made an error when they set up that route. So that's going to be our first thing to fix. So the way to fix that is, first of all, to go into configuration mode. And now I need to get rid of the bad route before I set up the good route. So I'm going to type in no IP route . All right, I have a default route, so I have 4 zeros and then another 4 zeros and the wrong one that was configured right here, 172.31.195. And the two sets of zeros here, one of them is for the IP address of a default route, and the other one is for a subnet mask of 0000. Okay, so I'm undoing the bad one, and I type enter, and now I need to enter what it would be if it was right. So IP route 0000 space 0000 space 172.31.1.193 was the correct one. I think I will double check that because I don't want to give myself more trouble. I'm hovering over here, and for serial 000, do I have the right IP address? It looks good to me. All right, so I'm going to go back here and click enter, and now I have 16%. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm going to tell you that I could type no IP show IPv6 route, but I know there aren't any problems on that. You could look at it and double check, but we're going to see those same kind of issues in some other devices. So let's move on to router 2, and we'll see what this one has going for us. I'm clicking the top square so that I can keep looking at this. I'm going to get into privileged exec mode and type show IP route again. And let's look at these static connections once again. The first one here, now I'm on router 2, so I want to look at the first one here is headed toward 172.31.1.0. All right, let's find that route. As we look at it, that route is heading toward this local area network 1, LAN 1. See the address 172.31.1.0/25. 172.31.1.0/25. And here is how it's getting there. This is the address that it's going to go to head there. Well, that's going to be, so we're on router 2 and we want to get to LAN 1. It's going to have to go to this port right here, which is serial 000 on router 1. So I'm going to hover over router 1. Oops, I clicked on it by mistake. I want to just click on my topology and hover over router 1 to check out that S000 interface. It is actually 172.31.1.194. All right, so I see an error because in this screen it shows it as 198. So I'm going to have to fix that. Let's fix that. And then if you look at the next one, it's also 194, so that's got to be wrong, right? So let's fix the first one, first of all, by typing no IP route. Oops, we need to be in config mode. No IP route 172.31.1.0. And the subnet mask needs to go here. Now, what if you don't know what \25 is? Well, you could pull out your calculator and find out. Let me get that. So I'm pulling up the calculator. I'm in programmer mode. I want to type in binary. Let's see. We've got \25. Remember, the first 3 octets give us 24. So in the last octet, I need a 1 and 7 zeros. That is .128. So my subnet mask here is .128. That's for \25. And then I need to type in the correct port IP address, 172.31.1.194, we said. 172.31.194. Whoa, something's wrong with that. Hold on, let me fix it. I hit the up arrow. Oh, we want the wrong one, first of all. So I'm getting rid of the 198. Now I want to type in IP route 172.31.1.128, and then, oops, 10. 172.31.1.0. My IP address 255.255.255.128, and the correct address is 172.31.1.194. There we go. Now we knew that the second one was also wrong. This one is not going to end in 194 because we just fixed this one to end in 194. So let's see where this one is trying to go. So remember, we're at router 2, and now this time we're trying to get to 172.31.1.128. That is LAN 3, and it's /26, which is correct. So that's good. We want to go to LAN 3 now. And it's saying to use 172.31.1.194. Well, it's going to have to come in. I'm going to click on the white area in my topology and hover to get that port. It's serial 001 is what it's going to need to go to. Now I'm going to hover over router 3 to find out the settings on serial 001. Look at the address for that. The link is up. It's the fourth one down there. And the IP address is 172.31.1.198. This is what it actually should be. It's configured as .194. So let's get rid of the bad one. The bad one is 172.31.1.128. It's /26. And you could do that on your own calculator, but it's 192. And then 172.31.1.194. That is the bad route. That's the one listed right here. So I'm going to hit enter to get rid of it. And now I'm going to type the good one. And we wanted it to end in 198. And this should be good now. And good. Our completion is at 48%. All right, let's get out of here. And let's try looking at IPv6. So show IPv6 route. And let's see if we can catch any errors here. So our first static connection is right here. And we are going to 2001 DB61. So let's find that on here. It's not on here because every IPv6 route or internet address, IP address here, is DB8, not DB6. So it looks like we're trying to go to LAN 1, but we're not getting there because it's DB6 instead of DB8. So let's fix that. We need to get rid of the bad one. So config terminal. So let's get rid of the bad one. No IPv6 route 2001 DB6 :1::/64 space, and the bad one was 2001 DB8 to, oh, this part was fine. All right, I'm going to hit enter on that, and now I want to type the correct one. IPv6 route 2001 DB8 :1::/64 2001 DB8 to 194. I'm going to proofread it real quickly to make sure I'm not typing the wrong thing. Looks good, and I'm at 64%. So I checked IPv4 and IPv6 on router 2. My guess is that that's pretty much done. Let's do the same on router 3. I'm going to keep this on the top so I can keep looking at it even when I'm examining the topology. And I'm going to hit enter and type enable and show IP route. All right, let's take a look at this. We've got 3 static connections here, static routes. We've got, first of all, on 172.31.00, let's take a look at where that is going. 172.31.00, that is LAN 2 up here. It says /24, so does this. And we're on router 3, remember. So to get here, we need to be on this port, serial 001. It's still showing there, and this looks good. All right, let's look at the next one. Double check that it's all right. Now we're trying to get to 172.31.10. That is this local area network 1, 172.31.10 /25. Uh-oh, this says /28. This is what it actually should be. This is what it's configured as. Is it in the right port? Well, in order for R3 to get over here, it's got to go through serial 001, just like it would have for that first one. So I need to fix this subnet mask. Let's do that right now. And we will type no IP. Oops, let's go into configuration mode first. Config T. No IP route 172.31.10 255.255.255. Now, it was mistakenly given a /28. /28 is 240. And then serial 001, just as it is right here. Okay. And now I want to type the correct one. IP route 172.31.10 255.255.255. It should have been /25, which is .128. And it's still serial 001. Enter, and we're at 80%. All right, let me get out of that mode, and let's check IPv6. Show IPv6 route. And let's see here. We've got this first connection. And where is this one going? So remember, we're on router 3, and we're checking to see what's set up. I've got 2 connections here. One of them is going to DB82. Let's find that one. That is this LAN that is connecting the 2 routers here. And is the address correct? The address looks good. It needs to go through serial 001 to get there. We've seen that already. That looks fine. Let's look at the next one. The next one is going to DB3. That's LAN 2. Does the address look good? It looks good. It's going through the correct port, serial 001. And you know what we're missing? There's no other static connections here, static routes. We are missing a way to get to LAN 1. So we need to configure that. So let's configure it. All right, we want to type in IPv6 route. And here's LAN 1. And we're still going through serial 001. Did I type the right address for LAN 1? Let's make sure before I hit enter. It looks good, and there we are at 100%. So good job. I hope this went as well for you as it just did for us.